evening and welcome back to Sack to the Future 1980. We are in a week one matchup, afternoon game between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. You saw quarterback Steve Fuller walking onto the field and warming up. So this game has a couple teams looking to make a move. The Kansas City Chiefs last year were only 7-9, but that was in the best division of all of football. So 7-9 gets you a last place record in that division. However, they were the fifth ranked defense as far as points allowed goes. So they are not a bad team, just in a very tough division. Most experts still have them unable to get anywhere past the middle of the pack in their division, but we'll see what happens. Odds on favor are the Chargers winning the division, but then the Broncos, Raiders, well, if this was true, 1980 Seahawks and Broncos would all be fighting, but since this is Madden schedule, we'll eliminate the Seahawks from that discussion and say that the Chiefs are probably fighting Denver for third place to stay out of last. But still, when you're in the best division, last place doesn't mean you're necessarily a terrible team. On the other hand, the visitors, the Cleveland Browns, come in off of a 9-7 record in 1979. And they were actually 8-4 at one point, so a little bit of a collapse at the end. But 8-4 were definitely threatening the Steelers and Oilers in that division last year, but then fell off, finished 9-7, still good enough for third place. And again, they're considered to be better than the Bengals, but again, most experts have them falling behind both the Steelers and Oilers. So this is a second from bottom team against a team that wants to be second from bottom. There's a look at Steve Fuller. He's the leader, or the quarterback, of the Kansas City Chiefs. And let's see how this one goes. So far, the road teams have had the better end of the deal here on opening week. At least the games that have been broadcast. Oh, I got to pick a favorite, don't I? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pick. So the Browns have an offense. The Chiefs have a defense. But the Browns' defense last year was okay, whereas the Chiefs' offense last year was borderline pathetic. So we'll say that Browns are more of a complete team. Might not be a blowout like some expect, but I do think the Browns could come into KC. KC always a hard place to win, though. So we'll go ahead and say the Browns win this one by, I don't know, let's go by, we're going to say 6 points. I feel like they're probably a 3-point favorite in Kansas City, but none of the games have been that close. And there you go, right on cue. I picked the Browns to win. So here comes an 86-yard touchdown play for the Chiefs because I picked them to lose. So Steve Fuller hits J.T. Smith for an 86-yard touchdown. Wow, how did he get open? There's a pump. Oh, he fell for the pump fake. Interesting. Blew right by him on the double move. Well, that's a way to start the season if you're the Kansas City Chiefs. There was no safety help, so the fact that he got beat on the pump fake double move meant there was no one there to stop Smith from getting into the end zone. And the Chiefs score in less than a minute, take the lead 7-0. Week one of the 1980 season. We will have one more game from week one. That will be the Browns, not the Browns, the Browns are playing right now. That'll be the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams, of course, in the Super Bowl last year in '79. So not great matchup for my Bears, but we've seen a lot of upsets. There was a look at Brian Sipe and some of his ratings. Sipe drops back. At first he had time, but then it breaks down and Art's still able to get in there and get a sack. So the Chiefs using their stars, Smith with a big 86-yard touchdown pass, and then right away the defense comes out, and the star of the defense able to get around the tackle there and knock down Brian Sipe for a sack. Sipe now from the shotgun. He will throw it underneath, complete it, and that gets 11 of the yards back, or 11 yards total. It was to the tight end Ozzie Newsome. So it's now a 3rd and 12. Third and 12. Sipe steps up, fires, completes, and it's a first down and more as he gets some yards after the catch. Big play. Turns into a 30-yard play in all for Greg Pruitt out of the backfield, making the catch and run for 30 yards. So the Browns are on the move trying to answer the touchdown drive that the Chiefs had. Here's a handoff, and that is to Pruitt, Mike Pruitt. So a couple of Pruitts getting the ball in the last couple plays. I'm not sure exactly what they're discussing on the sidelines there. Second and 11 coming up. There's a handoff to Pruitt. Finds a hole, gushes through the Chiefs' defense for another first down. Pruitt with a gain of 12 or 13 yards down to the 33-yard line. So the Chiefs got the touchdown. The Browns trying to do the same. They're on the move. Another handoff to Pruitt. Gets a couple more yards. 3 carries at 17 yards. Pruitt, of course, a Pro Bowler last year. Made the Pro Bowl in '79. Over 1,200 yards. So definitely a capable back. The Browns offense was actually pretty solid. Top 10 offense. Really started to get things going almost right away last year. Again, an 8-4 start, and then they fell off a little bit, finished 9-7. But there you see Greg Pruitt gets stopped just short by Christopher, and that'll bring up 4th and inches, but the Browns are not going to punt. Sipe comes out. He's going to go for it. This is aggressive early in the season, and the Chiefs had him in the backfield, but Pruitt able to break that tackle and surge forward for the first down. So the Browns coach is rewarded for being aggressive there by Pruitt. And there's Pruitt, bounces off a couple more Chiefs and gets another 4 yards. Well, the Browns drive definitely taking longer, but if it ends in the same result, then we'll have a tie game. Let's see. Oh, and now he's in trouble, and Art still, no, the sack got taken away from him. They will still give half a sack for that one. So still 1.5 sacks already here in the first quarter of action in 1980. Third and 18. Sipe tried to at least get some yards for his field goal kicker. Let's see. Steps up and just gets rid of the ball. Doesn't want to get sacked. First incompletion. And now we'll have a 48-yard field goal attempt. And this kick is good. Crowcroft with the field goal, the veteran. What year is this? 13th year? 13th year for Don Crowcroft. Crocroft. Quite a career as a kicker. And now the Chiefs offense, who went right down the field, well, you know, basically just had a couple plays and then the big 86-yard pass. So a nice quick touchdown last time. Let's see if they can do that again. A team that was pretty pathetic on offense a year ago, but there's a handoff in a huge hole. So the Chiefs offense definitely seems to be improved from a year ago, unless it's just that the Browns haven't gelled on defense yet. Well, I don't even need to say who the big star is on the offense because you saw it on the first drive when he scored a 86-yard touchdown pass, but it is, of course, the receiver. J.T. Smith. The running back, McKnight, or actually the fullback, Ted McKnight, on that carry. Now the handoff, and not much there. So McKnight, 4 carries, 11 yards, brings up a 3rd and 8. Tackle was made by Dick Ambrose, one of the inside linebackers. There's a completion going back to J.T. Smith. Why not? Fuller has 2 completions, both to Smith, and he's already up near 100 yards. Both the Chiefs and the Browns going with the 3-4 defensive philosophy. 3-4, all the rage in the NFL here in 1980. Not everyone's doing it, but certainly a lot of teams are into it. And on the tracker at the bottom, you should still see some of the other scores here from week 1. There's a cutback by McKnight, but it's not going to go very far. All right, Fuller now on 3rd and 6. He's going to get hit as he goes to deliver. It looked like he was going to go for a deep pass, but got hit. Ball goes almost straight into the ground. They do call it a incompletion, and so the Chiefs will be allowed to punt. So the Browns better defensively that time. This is going to bounce inside the 10. Can they track it down? They do. Nice play. Great punt. Nice play to down the ball. And back the Browns up all the way inside their own 5. So they'll start at the 3-yard line. So Brian Sipe and company, 97 yards away from pay dirt. And they'll start off with a handoff to Mike Pruitt, who slams his way forward across the 15-yard line. So that's a nice play by Pruitt to give him some breathing room. And now Sipe will snap this one from the 16. Another handoff to Pruitt. He gets around the edge and across the 30. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet, across the 40, up near midfield. What a big run by Mike Pruitt. He's already up to 69 yards on 7 carries. Breaking tackles, showing speed and strength. And from the 3-yard line just a couple plays ago, the Browns are already up to midfield. And Sipe now going to turn to the air. He throws underneath to Ozzie Newsome. And that is good for a few more yards. There's a handoff to somebody else. White with the carry that time. Charles White, the rookie from USC, Browns' first-round pick. So he gets his first touch of the season. Now they go back to Pruitt. And he is stopped short for once. 2nd and 9. Sipe back there with Pruitt. And we'll let the clock expire. So the first quarter comes to an end. The Chiefs jumped off to an early lead, but since that quick touchdown, the Browns have run 18 plays and cut the lead down to 7-3, and they have the ball to start the second quarter. Sipe now throws it underneath, complete. Sipe 5 of 6, a good start for this Browns offense on both the ground and through the air. Sipe play action pass, then gets hit. That looked odd. He got the throw off just fine and then spun around. Maybe hope he didn't hit his hand on the helmet or anything, but a weird spin by Sipe after getting rid of the ball. There is a ball knocked free as Sipe was trying to go ahead and get it to Ricky Future, but Chiefs are not having any of it. Now Sipe goes downfield just short of the first down. It is held on to by Ozzie Newsome, the superb tight end of the Cleveland Browns, but inches short of the first down. The Browns were aggressive on the first drive. Right around this area, they went for it on fourth down. Here's the replay. Newsome makes the catch. Make sure he holds onto the ball. Good tackle to make him short of the first down. And now the Browns will not be as aggressive on this one. If you remember, the Chiefs had stopped Pruitt. Well, they could have stopped Pruitt, but he broke that tackle and picked up the first down. So this time they will not take the chance. Just take the points. Cocroft's 2 for 2. And the Browns have knocked the Chiefs' lead down to 1. Here's a suplex style tackle by the special teamer John Mooring, the rookie from CW Post. All right. Well, there you go. There's a handoff to McKnight again. He's having a hard time not getting anywhere near the success that Pruitt is having. 6 carries, 12 yards. So Fuller's going to go back to the passing game. And now he's in trouble. Rolls out, gets rid of the ball before getting hit by Lyle Alzado from behind. And that counts as an incompletion rather than a sack. So good job by Fuller there. Now Fuller drops back. And Alzado split the offensive line right as Fuller wanted to throw it. I don't know if that altered the throw at all or not, but it was incomplete. And the Chiefs will have to punt for the second time in a row. And catch is made, but almost instantly tackled. So nice special teams coverage and tackle there by Donovan Rose, the rookie out of Hampton. And now there's a look at Mike Pruitt and a quick look at Sipe. And the Browns are back on offense. They've had 2 drives, 2 field goals. They have not punted, nor have they scored a touchdown yet this season. Sipe steps up and fires into coverage, and it's knocked away. Sipe now from the shotgun. The second down, low snap, but he turns and hands it off to Pruitt, who gets half of what he needed. And that brings up a 3rd and 5. Sipe given good protection, able to deliver the ball up to the 40-yard line to his other guy out of the backfield. Nope, sorry. That was Reggie Rucker. That was indeed a wide receiver. There you go. He was open, and the line gave Sipe time to find him. So the Browns moving once again. Sipe. Offensive line gives him a little bit of time, enough to get rid of the ball. Sipe now 9 of 12. You can see some stars on that offensive line. The Browns have a good offensive line. Good offense in general. Completion. Pruitt makes one man miss and then gets down to the 40-yard line. So you see Sipe over 100 yards now. Ryan Sipe from midfield. He stands, comes up firing deep downfield, overshot everyone, and it's incomplete. Another shotgun snap coming up. Sipe. Look at that offensive line. Great job Nobody comes open, so Sipes got to get rid of it. But sensational pass protection being offered by his line the last couple plays. And now on this one, the Chiefs get a little bit more pressure, but Sipe delivers downfield. I don't think he was getting rid of that one on purpose, not on third down. I think he just maybe overthrew his receiver, and that will bring up a punting situation from the 40. Trying to get it down inside the 20. Let's see, he's angled it, not really. Into the end zone, not the best punt. Only 20 yards in net. Chiefs will take over at the 20. So a game that after the first drive, boom, boom, 7-3, slowed down a little bit. And perhaps there will be some defense after all. Fuller steps up, fires. It's J.T. Smith again. Fuller has 3 completions on 7 attempts, all 3 completions to J.T. Smith, who's already over 100 yards. So if you have a star on your team, you should use them, and that's Fuller's philosophy to the max here. And there's the first completion to someone other than J.T. Smith, a gain of 8. Second and 2. Fuller turns, hands off to McKnight, who gets a first down in a big hole across midfield, 40 down to the 31-yard line. McKnight's best carry of the season so far. And the Chiefs now have accumulated 160 yards of offense, and they're into field goal range. There's another handoff to McKnight, another few yards, this time to the right side. McKnight suddenly up to 42 yards on 8 carries. Fuller drops back, looking deep, wide open, J.T. Smith for another touchdown. J.T. Smith, 2 touchdowns already here in the first half, well over 100 yards. The Browns need to start double teaming him, I would suggest, as he is just opening up some eyes here in the AFC. I mean, it's not like people don't know who J.T. Smith is, but they are learning that he may have gotten even better in the offseason. J.T. Smith, of course, last year was his second year, but in his first year, he was part of both the Redskins and the Chiefs, but didn't really play much. Then last year in '79, of course, he started to hit the scenes at 33 catches altogether. But this year, he comes in as the man, the number 1 target of Steve Fuller, clearly. Now it's Sipes' turn, and he delivers a nice pass, and just like that, the Browns are up to midfield. So Browns down 14-6, definitely need to answer before this game gets out of control for them. It's really just one man that the Chiefs are using, but they're using him well. That was Logan's first catch, by the way. And wow, Sipe threw that into double coverage, but his man, Ozzie Newsome, came away with it. So dangerous throw, but it ends up being a first down completion. Ozzie Newsome up to 5 catches already. Another quick throw. Hits, who was that? I think that was Oden. Yep, that was the rookie tight end Oden on that one. There's Pruitt running over the first man, getting tackled by the second one. He's up to 81 yards. I mean, the Browns are moving the ball. Sipe looks good. Pruitt looks good. It's just that their defense has not been able to cover J.T. Smith at all, and that's why they're down 14-6. Sipe fires downfield, knocked away at the last minute. Good recovery speed there by the corner for Kansas City. Sorry, I can't remember if that was Green or Harris, but either Green or Harris with nice makeup speed on the play before. And 4th and 2. Okay, so the first drive, the Browns went for that 4th down. Then they decided not to. Now they're back to going for it. Hand off to Pruitt. He slams forward and just enough. So the 2 times they... Oh, wow. Wait a minute. I thought he got it. They're saying he did not get it. The Chiefs offense is coming on the field. It looked like his forward momentum got him across. Oh, I was wrong. Looked like he slammed right into him at the first down marker and then was driven back, but the refs said he never got there, and the Chiefs take over. Interesting. That's a big call. I wish there would have been a challenge to take a closer look at it, but the Browns felt that that was the right call. And there's McKnight, slams forward for a first down. McKnight, a really slow start, but he has picked it up. And now you see the Chiefs over 200 yards. So both offenses getting it done. 2-minute warning. Great start for the Chiefs. JT Smith has been uncoverable, and they haven't been turning it over. Therefore, even though they've allowed over 200 yards to the Browns, they have about 200 themselves and the 14-6 lead. Fuller panicked a little bit, and then he ends up getting sacked. He panicked, started to get away from it, but then hesitated, and then that allowed him to be caught rather than getting out of the pocket and throwing it away. Marshall Harris, the one that tracked him down, the rookie out of TCU, with his first career sack. So now the Chiefs letting the clock run. And off to McKnight. He follows some blocking through all the way up to the 30-yard line. Good job by the Chiefs here, letting the clock run. And now a timeout's going to be called. If that's by the Chiefs, then that's very interesting. It was by the Chiefs, so they went with the strategy, letting the clock run, and then called timeout. So, not sure what that means. Fuller now in trouble, gets rid of the ball, avoids the sack, but that stops the clock. You see Fuller's only 5 of 10, but he's hit such big passes with those 5 completions, 4 of them to the star of JT Smith, and JT Smith put 2 of those into the end zone. Okay, so before the Chiefs called timeout, they were working on the clock, and that's why the Browns only have 46 seconds left. But had they not called the timeout, the Browns would only have about 10 seconds left and would probably just kneel this thing. Now Sipe might go for it. They've gone for it twice on 4th down already, so certainly the aggression is going to be there to go for it with this much time. We'll start off with a little screen and then call timeout. That was Greg Pruitt, I believe. Got 4 yards. Sipe from the shotgun here, 41 seconds. Comes up firing underneath to Pruitt again. So Pruitt 2 catches for 9 yards to start this drive, but that cost him 2 timeouts. There's a fake to Mike Pruitt, and then Sipe, all kinds of time, launches it for the end zone. Basically a jump ball. Why not take a shot at the end zone, I guess, and ends up being incomplete. And now they can just go ahead and punt the ball. JT Smith, their star receiver, star of this game, didn't do much on the punt return, but as a receiver, he's been extremely dangerous. We should just see a handoff here and go into the locker room up by 8. Let's see what happens. There's a handoff to Adnan on his second carry. And then they'll give him a third carry, but that's the half. So at the end of the first half, it is 14-6 in favor of the home team. And the Browns will get the ball to start the second half, down by 8 points. They've been able to move the ball, they just have not been able to get into the end zone. So it's 1980 here in Sack to the Future world. Of course, in the real world, we're in 2023, getting ready for the championship games. 49ers at Philadelphia Eagles. And the Cincinnati Bengals at the Kansas City, not these, but the 2022 version, Kansas City Chiefs. I'm pretty excited about both games. The only NFC game that I would have been excited about was the Eagles and 49ers, as the Cowboys can be good sometimes. The other teams that made the playoffs in the NFC were just not good teams. So it was the Cowboys are flip a coin if they're going to be good that day or not. The other teams were not good. And then, but the 49ers and Eagles are both good teams, so I like that. That's the matchup we got. And the AFC, I think these are the two best teams as well. I've always been on Joe Burrow to win, and I still think that he's going to win the Super Bowl, but Patrick Mahomes has still got to be considered the king going to his 5th straight AFC Championship game. So I know Burrow knocked him out last year, but he's going to have to do it again if he really wants to take that title away. I could see either team winning that. I can see the 49ers beating the Eagles, and I hope it happens, because I can't stand, I wouldn't say I can't stand. I'm a Bears fan, so it's not like the Eagles or the Packers or anything, but I don't like the Eagles in general in history. Don't really love the 49ers either, but if we're going to have a first rookie quarterback start the Super Bowl, why not be a Mr. Irrelevant? Brock Purdy. But anyways, let's get back to 1980. Forget about that prediction stuff 42 years from now. This is the opening week of 1980, and Pruitt is looking good, up near 100 yards already, trying to make it 2 years in a row of Pro Bowl status. There's quick completion to Ozzie Newsome. Sipes close to 200 yards. Pruitt's close to 100. The Browns have about 300 yards of offense, but still trail. Play action pass now. Sipe over the middle, nicely knocked out at the last minute, and that is going to keep the Browns to another field goal attempt. So they have 3 field goals and 1 failed 4th down conversion down here. Never got in the end zone, but at least Cocroft's making his kicks, and so it is 14-9. On one hand, the Chiefs have not really ever stopped the Browns. They did make them punt once, but for the most part, they have not stopped them at all. But the Browns do, they stop them when they get deep enough to keep them to field goals, and that is what's winning the game for them, because the Browns know they're good down here the next couple of times they have it. But if they end up settling for field goals, that means they need 2 more drives. There's a broken tackle and a huge run afterwards. So the Chiefs are just getting explosive plays. That was not JT Miller. That was McKnight out of the backfield. He's had a pretty good game running after his first 5 carries or so. He really got going. And then here, it's just about a 6-yard completion, but he breaks a tackle and then busts through for another 38 total yards. So McKnight now over 100 yards from scrimmage, I believe. There's a play action pass. Fuller sets his feet, fires downfield, and that's complete. And so now that J.T. Smith did all that work in the first half, I don't know if the Browns are double covering. They should be, but that's leaving other people open, and Fuller is finding them. And the Chiefs all the way down into the red zone, trying to answer the Browns' opening field goal. There's a handoff, slips a tackle for Matthews, and gets another couple of yards. 12 carries, 70 yards now for Ted McKnight. Fuller drops back. And will go back on his behind as Shirk gets in there and gets a sack. and then talk some trash afterwards. Okay. All right, there we go. 3rd and 11. Browns trying to be like the Chiefs, where they stop them to a field goal. Fuller spins away from pressure, gets rid of it, avoids the sack. He's done that a few times. 7 of 13 for Steve Fuller, but he's given his kicker an easier field goal attempt by not taking that sack. And Lowry rewards him by putting it through. So the Chiefs answer or match the Browns field goal to start their third quarter. And halfway through quarter number 3, there's been a ton of offense, very little defense, but the score is not as high as you might think with all these big plays. It's only 17-9. There's an even lower scoring game down below, 13-6. Dolphins have the lead. Earlier today, the Eagles looked very impressive in the opener. 21-0 defeat of Atlanta. A road shutout is always a statement. Ooh, the Packers and Saints in a locked and go at 12-10. Sipe drops back, throws, completes. And that is Rucker again on that catch. Reggie Rucker gets it to a 3rd and 1. Here you see passing yards. Chiefs have the slight edge, but this should be Pruitt time. Pruitt fights through, easy first down, breaks a tackle. Yeah, Pruitt's up over 100 yards, 16 carries, 105 yards. Christopher with his 7th tackle. Sipe quick drop this time, throws it complete. And Sipe now up to 20 completions, over 200 yards. That one to Keith Wright, 3rd-year man out of Memphis. There's a handoff to the rookie again, White, his 2nd carry of his career. And the Browns have now run 50 plays of offense. Play action pass fake. And, wow, good coverage by the Chiefs. Didn't fall for the play action. 2nd and 10. High snap. Handoff to Greg Pruitt, who kind of runs into and up his center for no gain. Sipe comes up firing downfield, complete. Is that Rucker again? That's Rucker again. So Rucker starting to put some yards together himself, getting the better of Gary Green, at least on this drive. And the Browns are once again in field goal range, but can they finally put one into the end zone? No, Sipe's going to throw it into the Kansas City Chief linebacker. That's Jerry Blanton, who makes that interception. Take a look at the replay. Make sure I'm right here. Nope, not a replay. We'll just say I was right. Blanton, the 2nd-year linebacker out of Kentucky, drafted originally by the Buffalo Bills, making interceptions now for the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs take over. I think that was the first turnover of the game, if I'm not mistaken. First turnover of the game, and the Chiefs get it against the Browns, so they are up by 8 with the ball. Well, it's been a pretty close game. Both offenses looking good, and so usually when it's a relatively close game, turnovers are going to decide it. So the fact that they were already winning before that turnover is a great sign for the home team. That's a nice throw. There was traffic there, but Fuller fit it in and got it to Marshall for a first down. Now handoff to McKnight again, and he powers his way down to the 45-yard line. McKnight up to 82 yards. And the Chiefs deeper into Cleveland territory now. 2nd and 2. Fuller drops back. Here comes a blitz by the Browns, and they'll get to him. the running back was able to slow Ambrose down, but he was not slowed down enough. Got through, got that sack, and now makes it a 3rd and 9. Fuller under center, drops back. Oh, Salcedo just destroyed the lineman over there, and got to Fuller. Nothing you could do. Sometimes Lyle Salcedo gets the leverage, and boom! Wow. That's what you like to see as a Brown fan. That's what offensive linemen do not like to see. But Salcedo made a play. You see 57 snaps run by the Browns, 38 for the Chiefs. So that's the only problem. Yardage-wise, they're about the same, but the Chiefs have gotten a lot more chunk plays, which means the Browns, have done it through possession. Oh, that's a crazy bounce. It's a Chief bounce, but such a good Chiefs bounce that it actually turns into a Browns bounce as it gets into the end zone for the touchback. So Brian Sipe. Sipe, given all day, still has time. Finally fires downfield. That's complete across the 40, across midfield. 40, he might be gone. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown. That's what protection can do for you. On one side, you saw Salcedo just blow up the Chiefs tackle and get the sack. The next play is the Browns offensive line just giving Sipe all day. And then, of course, with that much time, here it is again all day. Finally, someone breaks through pressure, but at that point, he's already got 2 receivers. In a way, he's got a blocker. I'm not sure why it was designed to have both guys take that long to get downfield, but then both be by each other. But it looked like they knew what they were doing. Feature maybe went with the catch, and Logan immediately turned into a blocker. And now Sipe delivers to Rucker for the 2-point conversion, and just like that, we have a tie game. So there, the Browns answer with a big chunk play of their own, and we're all tied up at 17. So do we finally have a nice, competitive, close game for you here in 1980? I mean, you see on the down below, the scores don't seem too ridiculous, but what has happened on these broadcast games is it gets away from us in the late third and all the fourth quarter, but this time the team trailing actually made the move in the third quarter to tie it. Well, fourth quarter, third quarter, early fourth. And so now we're tied 17-17, and we're hoping that we can keep this game exciting to the end. Also, the last game we did... Oh, what the heck? Great concentration there. Great concentration by the receiver, Williams, on that one. So Fuller let it deep for Mike Williams, and Cleveland, I missed what number it was, but Fuller first gets flushed out of the pocket, rolls out to the right, goes up there. It's batted away, or so he thinks. It's Clarence Scott, the strong safety, on the tight end. Bats it up, kind of stops, thinking I knocked it away, but the ball's still in the air. Williams, it just makes the catch, and it gets all the way down to the 15-yard line. Huge play by the Chiefs. Great concentration by Williams. Another big play. They're answering each other back at fourth action, and now the Chiefs are in the red zone, and a handoff to McKnight here. He gets down to the 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 2. See if the Browns can hold for a field goal. Steve Fuller drops back to pass, turns, fires, completes. Not a touchdown, but it is a first down. Fuller now up to 282 yards, having a very good day with no turnovers. And now on 1st and goal, the Chiefs in total control of getting the lead back here. Stopped at first, but he's not knocked down, and puts the ball into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. So the Browns, with a remarkable protection-led throw and catch for the touchdown. And then a nice 2-point conversion strike by Sipe, answered by a deflected ball concentration catch by Williams. And then Fuller, McKnight, Hadnot, and the Chiefs' offensive line just willing their way into the end zone. So Chiefs back on top, 24-17. You see both offenses well over 300 yards already. Sipe fires across the middle, and there's his tight end Newsome. Brian Sipe up to 328 yards passing. Steve Fuller was up in the 270s. So combined, the quarterbacks have about 600 yards passing in this one. There's a false start against the Browns. It might be the first penalty of the game. Sipe, quick step, turns, and I'm not sure what 84 thought he was doing, because that's in no way would you be out there to block. But he never turned around as if he was an eligible receiver. And the ball just kind of hit him in the behind. Incomplete. Pruitt stopped for one of the first times today, and that brings up a 3rd and 11. And look at this. The Browns have nobody back there with Sipe. There's 5 receivers. No protection for Sipe back there. But the offensive line gives him enough protection, and he finds his receiver. That's not Rucker. That is Ricky Feature, the guy who just got the big touchdown catch. Comes up with that first down catch, and here come the Browns again. Back and forth we go. Both offenses lighting up the defenses. And there's Pruitt, who finally gets knocked down after a gain of about 7 actually. Browns over 120 on the ground, over 300 in the air, just lighting up this Chiefs defense. And now remember, this Chiefs defense is what was the good part of the team. The Browns offense was good last year, but with this performance, unless the Chiefs defense has fallen way off, the Browns might be even better offensively this year. And without any doubt, the Chiefs offense is certainly better than it was last year. Hand off to Greg Pruitt. And, injury timeout as the Chiefs Parrish fill in. Don Parrish, the nose tackle, fill in effects of that collision. They always hold their wrist, but that doesn't mean it's a wrist injury. That's just the Madden animation that they want to show for every injury. Sipe now throws, completes, and Newsome fights for the first down. Newsome's got to be getting close to 10 catches. Newsome has been a primary target, 8 catches for 79 yards. It is nice to have a good tight end, and that's what Newsome is at least good, if not great. On his way to being great, we'll say that. I see Newsome, of course, only in his 3rd year, but has had a pretty good start to his career. Now there's a play action pass. Sipe delivers, but he was too close to the sideline and goes out of bounds right away. There's a handoff to Mike Pruitt. Huge hole and a touchdown. So the Browns tie it. The Chiefs answer with a touchdown drive. The Browns answer. The Chiefs answer with another touchdown drive and 6 minutes to go. Colcroft comes out to tie the game with an extra point. Kick is up and good. And this is what 1980's all about, the close games. The first couple were not as fun, but the last couple have made the Week 1 experience worth watching. Glad you could join us. Hopefully you got to see the thrilling end to the Broncos-Chiefs game. Broncos-Giants game. And now it looks like we're in store for another good ending here. The Buffalo-Pittsburgh game was not as close, but you got to see that as well. 24-24, 6:02 to go. Fuller drops back to pass. Comes up firing towards the sideline, goes up, makes a great catch, but the Browns defender does the right thing and just gets him out of bounds before he can come down. 2nd and 10 now. Fuller to pass again. Rolls away from the pressure, and now he's just going to tuck it and run. Gets down before he gets destroyed. Gains 4 yards. 3rd and 6 now. Fuller drops back to pass, rolls out to the right, and gets rid of the ball before getting hit, but that will just mean they have to punt. So for the first time in a while, we have a team not getting a touchdown on their drive. And now the Browns are going to get the ball back with the game tied rather than them losing by a touchdown. First time that's happened in a while. So now what can the Browns do with the ball and knowing that they do not have to score to tie it? It's already tied. They just have to score to win it. Brian Sipe has already thrown 39 times. His next pass will be his 40th attempt, and it might be right here. No, they will hand it off to Pruitt. It's not like they've ignored the ground game. Pruitt has 21 carries for 126 yards. The Browns have just had all kinds of offense. Sipe now, quick throw. They're doing quick throws, long throws, good runs, throws to the running backs, throws to all the receivers. The tight end's been huge. Sipe's been in control. Just one bad pass that was picked off. The Browns are looking ferocious offensively. However, it's still tied because their defense in the first half could not cover J.T. Smith. Done much better in the second half, but by double covering or whatever adjustments they had to make for J.T. Smith, other people on the Chiefs have been able to score. And there you see Pruitt. Carter tried to not just tackle him. He wanted to rip that ball out, but Pruitt able to hang on. And now on 2nd and 12, Sipe goes back to the shotgun. And he'll turn and fire short. Broken tackle there. I think that might be Greg Pruitt with at least his 6th catch on the day. And now will they call it before the 2-minute warning? Let's see. They do get the play off on 3rd and 6. Fires across midfield, first down, and the 2-minute warning comes up. So the Browns get the first down. They have the ball in Kansas City territory with 2 minutes to go. All of their timeouts. So time's not an issue. They need another 15 yards or so to make it comfortable for their kicker, Cocroft, who's been perfect today, by the way. So that's just a couple. Let's see what they do here. They let some clock run off, but they don't take it all the way down. So they're kind of in between being aggressive and being conservative to not let the Chiefs have a bunch of time left. But then the Chiefs force that incompletion, so that stops the clock either way. 3rd and 9. Browns still need this first down. The field was too far from here. Sipe will look deep. He wants the whole thing. And it is complete down inside the 10-yard line. How did Sipe drop it in between 3 Chiefs there? I thought they were going to get to it and probably be picked off, but it ended up coming down just before the underneath Chief could get there, or the safety from over top could get there to dislodge it. And it ends up being a huge play. And now the Chiefs forced to call their timeouts. So the Browns, even if they don't get in the end zone, can probably get rid of all the Chiefs' timeouts. There's a handoff to Pruitt. He gets down to the 3. So the Chiefs had 2 possible strategies. Could let the Browns score, keep your timeouts, and try to tie it. Instead, they're going with trying to stop them. That took 2 of their timeouts. Now you cannot give up a touchdown. This one have to take 2 timeouts. And Pruitt does not get a nice tackle made. Wow, if he would have got the touchdown after taking the timeouts, that would have just been a disaster for the Chiefs. So the Chiefs go with the limit them to a field goal. It does work. It cost them their timeouts, but they do stop the Browns to 3 points. Cocroft puts it home. And the Browns take their first lead of the game. The Chiefs opened up with a touchdown, 7-0. They had to lead the entire game. But here with 34 seconds to go, the Chiefs find themselves for the first time in the game trailing 24-27. And the return only gets to 22. So here we go, Steve Fuller. The Chiefs have had the lead or been tied the entire game, but now Fuller comes onto the field with just 31 seconds and no timeouts, down by 3. It's been an impressive game by the Chiefs offense, much better than they were last year. But with all that said, if they still lose the game, then that still has a under 500 record yet again. So here the Chiefs give Fuller time at first, but nobody got open. And the Browns were able to hit Fuller as he threw that, got rid of it to avoid the sack. Fuller drops back to pass again, rolls out a little bit to the right, comes back left, completes it, picks up the first down up to the 35-yard line. He was out of bounds. Always controversial on the sidelines if he is not fully going forward, if going kind of sideways or maybe even backwards. You could have easily had the clock keep running. Fuller, again, nothing there, able to get rid of it. You have to at this point with no timeouts. You cannot take a sack. It's got to get out of your hand. Fuller drops back only 13 seconds. He's got to go sidelines here. He rolls out again. Got to get rid of it. Got to get rid of it. Does get rid of it. But now you're down to 7 seconds. So if he didn't get rid of it, the game is over. He did get rid of it. He's got one more play. But now you got to, I don't know if Fuller has a strong enough arm to go 65 yards. We'll see. He's got to buy time. Now he launches it as far as he can throw it. It's tipped and incomplete. So as most Hail Marys do, it comes down incomplete. The Chiefs led for most of the game, but when the clock struck 0, it's the Browns who had more points, 27-24. The Browns win a great back-and-forth game, an offensive explosion as far as yards go, but 27-24 is actually not a too inaccurate score. Look at the yards, 389 in the air, 154 on the ground, but then the Chiefs also had 360 yards of offense. A big yardage game. Browns win it, though. Great start for the Browns. Both these teams were 9-7. No, sorry. Chiefs were 7-9. Browns were 9-7. Both these teams looked pretty good offensively. Got questions about their defense. Was it great offenses, or are these two defenses in trouble? We'll see that and more answers to that question in week number 2. But for now, good game played by both sides. Browns get the better of it, though, 27-24. Thank you for watching. Join again later for the Bears and Rams. And then keep coming back for more Sack to the Future action, 1980. Thanks for watching.